Hammer time!
Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to Hammer Horror Month, also known as September. This is the segment I'm doing with my good buddy Joe the Horror Man, where we're going to talk about a different Hammer film every day for the month of September. Today we're going to be talking about Winchester. Winchester is a 2018 film which runs approximately 99 minutes and is written and directed by Michael and Peter Spierick. Now, they were responsible for Predestination, Jigsaw, and Daybreakers. Now, this stars Dame Helen Mirren as Sarah Winchester, Sarah Snook as Marion Marriott, and Jason Clarke as Dr. Eric Price. Now, the budget on this film was $3.5 million, and it had a worldwide gross of $44 million. Now, the rooms and the house had to be rebuilt on a soundstage because the original house was too cramped in order to get cameras around it. They did film a little bit at the original house, but most of it was filmed on a soundstage. Now, I have reviewed Winchester before. I am probably going to link my original video in the comment section below. This is an interesting film. Watching it with Joe kind of put it in a new light for me. I was curious because it was a first time watch for him and I've seen it like 3 or 4 times. I was curious as to what he would think about it. As a very basic story, you have a doctor who has a substance abuse problem. He goes to the Winchester house because the people who are on the board, apparently Sarah Winchester, after her husband passed, she owns half of the Winchester Rifle Company, Repeating Arms, or whatever it's called. And the board owns the other half. And they wanted to get a doctor in there that they can kind of control and pay off in order to right a bad, that she's not competent in order to make decisions for the company. So he goes, and the reason why he's having substance abuse problems is because he had lost his wife a while back, and, the problems that come with that. He goes to the house, weird things start to happen, so on and so forth. That's pretty much the story in a nutshell. Like I said, I have reviewed this before. I wanted to talk about a little bit about the message. I never looked at the gun message in this movie as heavy handed before. I kind of always thought to myself, this is a woman who her husband created created weapons that kill people. And obviously that takes a toll on her and what she thinks of the company. I guess I always figured it was kind of a moot point because she continues to take money from the company in order to build these rooms. And the reason why she's building these rooms is for people who have been killed by the weapons that she creates. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But when I was watching it with Joe, I noticed he kind of felt like it was a little bit of a heavy handed message. And I kind of get where he's coming from in a way. Granted, it doesn't really bother me that much in the film. Maybe it's because I've seen it so many times. But I just noticed, I don't know, it just doesn't. I understand when you're supporting or creating something that does a lot of damage, whether it's psychologically or physically, and the kind of toll that that must take on whoever is supporting or creating that kind of device. And what kind of comes to mind is the movie that's out now, Oppenheimer. He's got to feel. I haven't seen the film, but just thinking in my head, for a scientist to be able to create that is brilliant and ingenious. But then again, taking it's got to take a toll to know what is done with your creation. So I kind of see both sides of it. And like I said, in watching this film, I never really looked at it as a heavy handed message. Now, I do have a con for this film, and it's a con I have for a lot of these types of ghost stories, modern day ghost stories, where the films kind of get, I always call them a bit fantastical towards the end, where it's like it's not good enough if there's a slow burn. It has to be ramped up times 1,000 at the end in order to, I guess, get the audience all revved up to come to a conclusion. But, this actually does that, and I think it is a little unnecessary. I think the plot is enough. The house is enough because it kind of acts as a character in the film. I don't think all of that's necessary. But with that being said, I do like this film, and I find a majority of it kind of comforting because of the costumes and um, the decor of the house and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of thoughts on this one. Like I've said, I've seen it a few times, and I mean, it's not a bad film. It definitely doesn't deserve the hate that people give it. It's a very well made film. So check out Winchester and also check out Joe's review of Winchester. Physical media matters. And until next time, peace.